In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to introduce e-commerce functionality into your website using Serif WebPlus. If you have ever bought anything online, you'll know just how simple the process can be as a buyer. But how difficult is it to set up your own e-commerce store? Fortunately, with WebPlus, this process is made simple. And over the next few minutes, we'll show you just how easy this can be by creating a page to sell cameras. Okay, let's start by opening up the page we would like to sell our products on from within our site. As you can see, I have already done all the prep work for the site, adding images and text to create my online shop. All that is now left to do is to configure and add our e-commerce feature. Okay, let's now look at the first step to take. First, we need to configure a PayPal shopping cart. To do this, select the Configure e-commerce button from the toolbar just here. From the e-commerce configuration dialog, we can now select the PayPal option. If you already have a PayPal account, just click Next. If you do not have an account, select Sign Up Now and follow the on-screen instructions to register for free. When you are finished, just return to WebPlus. Okay, so let's take a look at the PayPal configuration dialog. As you can see, it's very straightforward. First, let's type the email address where you want to receive notifications about payments received. Next, let's now set the cart handling charge. This is what will be added to the overall shipping charge. Finally, we have one more optional step. If you want to use PayPal's Sandbox, which is a test tool for trying out your shopping cart before you go live, select and tick just here. If you have not already, you will need to set up a separate account in addition to your live PayPal login through PayPal Developer Center site to use this feature. But again, this is very easy. Let's now click Next. This next section is dedicated to the alignment and visual style of the mini cart that will be displayed when a customer chooses to add an item to his or her basket. I'm going to leave the default settings applied. The mini cart can appear from either the left or the right of your screen and can be modified to suit. You can also determine the absolute position by using the offset tool just here. The custom text option is again very straightforward. This is what will appear and be displayed within the PayPal mini cart, and as you can see, is very easy to amend and update. Once you're all done, just click Finish. Now that we have completed and configured our shopping cart, we are now ready to start to insert an e-commerce object. The great thing about WebPlus is that in addition to a drag and drop style interface, it also offers many wizards to help you create interactive content easily. Let's now select the Insert e-commerce object just here from the toolbar. In the Add PayPal object dialog, select the email address that is to receive the payment information. WebPlus assumes that the email address set during shopping cart configuration is used. If you want, you can change the address just here. Select the Add to Shopping Cart form option and click Next. Here we have the button image dialog. This is where you can choose a button design to be added to your form. I am going to choose a Add to Cart design button just here. Again, let's click Next. In the Item Details dialog, enter the following information. Item name, the name of the item for sale. Try to make this descriptive, as it will appear as the item description on the invoice produced by the cart. I have typed the make and model of the camera I wish to sell. Next is the item ID. If you have a specific item number, then insert it here. Otherwise, just leave it blank. Currency and price are of course very straightforward, so let's select the currency and insert the appropriate price for our item. Next we come to the item description dialog. This is where we can add an image and include a short and long description for our item. You will notice that I am skipping this section. This is because I have already created a page on my site with the images and description already in place. However, if you prefer, you can add your images and content through this dialog and let WebPlus do the rest for you. Next, we are faced with the Items Options dialog. This is a very useful tool if you are looking to add or offer multiple choices to your item. For example, in this instance, I will be offering the same camera in 3 different colours. Again, it's really simple to configure. First, select the Add Multiple Option button just here. Let's now give this option a name. I will name this after my item and put the option at the end, in this case, Colour. The prompt again is very straightforward. And now select Add Option. OK, so the name for my option will be red because this will be one of the 3 options available to the customer. After completing the name, we need to add a value. So to keep this simple, I will use the same description as the name. I can now select Add Another and repeat the process for the black and white options available. When all done, I can now click Next. Let's continue to move our way through the wizard. Default quantity in this instant is set to 1. If you wish to change this, you can do it here. You can also add an edit box to the form that allows the users to specify the quantity on the page before they click Buy or Add to Basket. Shipping and handling is split into 3 sections, and these need filling in accordingly. However, as stated, if you use this dialog here, it will override those values set in your PayPal profile. OK, we can leave this next page to its default settings, as we wish the customer to import his or her details for cart and shipping information on checkout. The payment pages can be left to default unless you wish to customize the page that your customer is directed to after a successful payment or a cancelled payment is received. Finally, we can choose a layout style for our page. I'm going to choose the simple layout style from the list just here. We then have a few other options including showing the item name and price of the product. Again, because I have already designed this on my page, it will not be necessary. All that is left to do now is click Finish. And with the left click of the mouse, we can place our button onto our page. We can now preview our page to see the functionality of our new e-commerce button. And there we have it, how to introduce e-commerce functionality into your website using Serif WebPlus.